Hey, your man Life back again with another quick commentary. I was just watching the Chauvin trial, or whatever you want to call it, the cop that killed George Floyd. They are ramping up the protection on the streets um, in lieu of a hung jury, for lack of a better term. Again, the jury is going to be responsible for whatever actions take place. With that being said, I want to talk to all the minorities out there that are tearing shit up in their own neighborhoods, and tell me how is that showing love and support for a fallen black male? Please help me understand this. Y'all breaking windows, jumping through windows, and stealing shit. Please do me a favor. Stop looting to say you're protesting. You just steal. You're using somebody's demise as a reason to steal. If you want to do something positive and constructive, start getting involved in your own communities. Instead of robbing them in broad daylight or at night or whatever y'all doing to get a pair of Jordans or sweatsuit or whatever, and wear that shit to the funeral. That's crazy. And they're getting y'all all on camera. Don't you understand that when this shit goes on, there's cameras and media out there? It's just like taping these people that are getting shot by these cops. Everybody knows who you are. You sitting at home with your homeboys smoking a blunt, talking about, oh yeah, that's me grabbing that TV. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's crazy. So if you really want to do something, stop tearing up your communities, number one. Number two is get involved in your community. Start policing the police. Wow, how simple is that? Police the police. One thing I will tell you, I think cops are shooting these people because they scared to death. You can't teach somebody not to be scared. If you are running up on black people and you have a weapon in your hand and they show any sign of intimidation towards you, you're gonna freak out. That's what these cops are doing. They're freaking out. George Floyd was about 6'3", 6'4", big dude. That cop kneeled on his neck for over 9 minutes, scared to death to let him up. He told him he was claustrophobic when they tried to stick him inside the car. Said he had just got over COVID, which affects your breathing and what have you, for those of you who don't know. He laid on his neck for 9 minutes. His attorneys trying to tell people he had all this other shit going on in his body and mental state of mind, which could have caused his demise. Let somebody lay on his attorney's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds and see if he makes it out alive. It's ridiculous. The cold reality is they putting a whole lot of bullshit in front of what actually happened. And we as a community or as a public are going for it. There should be no trial. It should be manslaughter or negligent homicide. You killed a man due to your actions, and we're gonna let 12 people decide if you can go home. And all it takes for one to be like, maybe not. That's bullshit. With that being said, get involved in your community instead of robbing it. Show the people that you actually care about a life being lost. Whether y'all know it or not, Black Lives do matter. So what if you robbing these stores and shit and one of the cops shows up and he shoots your ass because you running away with 2 pair of Jordans, one for you, one for your son, because you ain't got money to buy him out of your pocket with your own money. You can't afford to buy him a pair of sneakers. So you looking at this as a come up. Like blacks do when people die, it's a come up. That's crazy. Rethink what you're doing out here, people, and a lot of this shit probably wouldn't be happening or going on with us. I'm your man Life. Short tutorials just to tear at your mind, soul, and body. be back into